As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store. As it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos. The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Nix. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing Nix. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Nix to the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Golden. And they'll get this down to the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Matthew Golden, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Broncos 7, Jaguars nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Here's Williams. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Hunter from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it open, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Intended for A.J. Brown. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 37.
7-7, our score after 1.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. 2 yards. 2 yards on the play. First down, Jaguars. 2 yards on the play. 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 2 take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Romeo Doubs, 28 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On play action, here's Williams. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Like it's been this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
To throw, Williams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They'll send this away to the Rocky Mountain Knight, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 18. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now it's Nix. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A short throw to Ingram. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Don't go. Hold on, set. Captain.
Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Open man, it's Hunter. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Got a man, that's Hunter. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing again here, Williams. That is caught at the 7. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That's complete to Downs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Nix completes it to Evan Ingram. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down. The final shot before break. Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Matthew Golden in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Williams looking to do it himself. And his throw here's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Williams looking to do it himself. He completes it to Hunter. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down is Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A handoff, Barkley running left. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Nick's going to keep this himself. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this 1st down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
They'll throw left side. It's hauled in by Golden. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Matthew Golden saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 56 yards. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Nix. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more this time, the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Is that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Barkley. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th. There is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Caleb Williams. A gain on the play. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Looking to put a drive together.
35-yard line.
Ready? 70 left.
And they'll run it here. And they'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Broncos first down.
Looking to throw. Nix. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 23 yards on the play. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
To throw is Nix. He'll connect on the outright with Ingram. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9.
From the 5 now, second and a yard.
Almost set. Ready?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Matthew Golden from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, it's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 60 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump then from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brenton Strange, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The Jaguars will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good.
Jaguars 27.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round. Again, it's Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A.J. Brown from 19 yards away. And the Broncos are able to widen their advantage. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
51. Jaguars 27.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Williams. Only able to gain a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's good. Jaguars.
Play action. Now Williams. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
Here's Williams. He finds his man complete. It's Hunter. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33.
And the Jaguars first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To the air once more, Williams. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. To throw, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter with his second touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Williams going to throw for it. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
And the Broncos aren't able to recover, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. The Broncos going to continue on as we say so long, everybody, and thanks for watching. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.